This video podcast is brought to you by McCarter Online.
There aren't too mmany figures in American society that are alive that have had more things written on them than Muhammad Ali. I mean, he has books, magazines, posters, movies, TV movies, I mean, anything you can think of. But this unique relationship that he had with Stepin Fetchit has never really been chronicled. And what Mara is referring to is, I had an opportunity to talk to two of the basically leading Ali scholars. One guy is Thomas Hauser, who wrote and edited an oral biography of Ali, which is kind of like the definitive Ali biography. It's huge, you know what I mean? He interviewed everybody. That came out like in the early 90s. And another guy is David Remnick, who runs The New Yorker. You know, and he wrote a book that took place within 3 years, which is the exact same time when these two cats were friends, right? So I had a chance to talk to Thomas Hauser. I'm like, hey, man. And this guy, Thomas Hauser, has interviewed Muhammad Ali for over 1,000 hours, okay? And so I was like, hey, man, what can you tell me about the relationship between Muhammad Ali and Stepin Fetchit? He's like, nothing. I'm like, well, why did Stepin Fetchit come into? I don't know. I was like, well, how did he leave? I have no idea. He's like, I never thought to ask him, you know? Then I asked David Remnick, same thing. I do not even know. You know, so it's like they knew the relationship existed and people have seen Stepin Fetchit around, but no one had bothered to ask, you know? And the whole, I don't think I would give it away by saying this, but the whole premise of the piece is that in the second Muhammad Ali-Sonny Liston fight, okay? So Muhammad Ali beats Sonny Liston. Then he comes out and says, I am Muhammad Ali, and I'm the Nation of Islam, and I'm the champion. But it's still kind of shaky. You know, people don't know if he's going to hold on to it. Is he going to be a fluke? During the second fight, Muhammad Ali knocked Sonny Liston out with a punch that was so fast that people said they didn't see it. And so they started calling it the phantom punch. Okay, and so then Muhammad Ali said, no, this is the anchor punch, and I learned this punch from Stepin Fetchit, who learned it from Jack Johnson. Because Stepin Fetchit and Jack Johnson were also friends. But the thing is that no one did anything on it because I think either people thought it was not true, you know, and maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, who knows. But if not true, or they just thought it was silly, but no one ever thought to look into that and do something on that, you know. The funny thing is that, you know, Stepin Fetchit and Muhammad Ali, only two people really knows what went on. And Stepin Fetchit is dead, and Muhammad Ali, his ability to speak is not, you know, what it used to be. So it's kind of interesting. You know, there's people around who've heard different stuff, but the two people that whether this whole, we know they were friends, but whether this punch really was transferred, of course it's more fun and theatrical to think that it was, you know what I mean? But Stepin Fetchit and Muhammad Ali never said that it was a lie, ever. They always said this is how it happened. So either it's truth, or at the very least, it's myth that these two men made up. You know, and you know what I mean? So it makes for a fascinating piece of theater, I think. It's interesting.
This podcast has been brought to you by McCarter Theater in Princeton, New Jersey. For tickets, call 609-258-ARTS or visit www.mccarter.org.